Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Just a little over a year ago, my health was completely out of control. And today I'm sitting here with normal labs, off medication, and a completely different future ahead of me. Today is a really big update. I just had my doctor's appointment that officially marks the 1-year mark on Zepbound, and I've got some really important updates to share with you, so let's get into it. Before we talk about where I am now, let's rewind for a second. At my 6-month check-in, things were honestly going really well. I had lost 23 pounds at that point. My blood pressure was back in the normal range and I was able to come off that medication. My cholesterol was improving, still on meds, but trending in the right direction. And my A1C was in the normal range, high normal, but still normal. That appointment really confirmed for me at that time that starting this medication was the right decision. It felt like my last shot at getting control of my health, and it was working. And now, after this 12-month visit, I can say that even more confidently. All right, so let's rip the Band-Aid off and talk about weight loss. The first 6 months were great, but after that, I hit a complete stall. And I want to pause here and say something that's really important. I did not start this journey just to lose weight. Yes, weight loss was necessary for my health, but I was never obsessed with the scale. It was just one piece of the bigger picture. That said, the stall was a real thing. It was when I was on the 5-milligram dose, and I had hoped to stay there, but eventually it became clear that I was not progressing anymore. So about 2 months ago, close to 2 months ago, my doctor and I decided to move up to the 7.5 milligram dose. Since then, I've still only lost about 3 pounds, but honestly, I am okay with that because this is not a race, it is a marathon, and I am focused on doing this in a way that is sustainable. Right now, I'm in a healthy BMI range, just toward the higher end of that, but still a healthy BMI. And I'd like to come down a little bit more within that range, just to give myself a little bit more of a cushion, staying within the comfort zone. Now let's talk about what really matters. The numbers that were honestly putting my life at risk. Blood pressure is now normal, and I am still off medication. That alone is a huge win for me. I had a lot of problems when I was on blood pressure medication. Now let's talk about cholesterol. At 6 months, my overall cholesterol was normal, but my triglycerides were still high. To put this in perspective, in February 2025, before starting Zepbound, my triglycerides were at 342. And yes, that is while I was on medication. At 6 months, when I did my blood work check-in, at that point, they were improved, but still high. But now, at the 12-month mark, they are completely normal. And look at this, all that green that you're seeing in this particular image, that means normal across the board. Finally, that is huge for me. And yes, I'm still on cholesterol medication and I will continue to be on it unless my doctor says otherwise. Now let's take a look at my A1C. At 6 months, I was just barely within the normal range. I was hovering at the top. But now you can see I have a comfortable cushion here. I'm no longer sitting there worrying about tipping into that unhealthy zone, and that feels incredibly good. So what's next? After talking with my doctor, we decided I should stay on this 7.5 milligram dose for now and see if I can lose a little more weight. The goal is really to settle into a healthy range for me, not just hit it, but maintain it. And I have to be honest with myself about something. I need to step up my strength training. I know I've said it before, but I do. I really, really do. I would choose an hour of cardio over 15 minutes of weights any day of the week. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's how I feel about it. I also know that maintaining muscle mass is so very important, especially during weight loss and as we get older. So it's time to put my big girl pants on and make that happen. So here I am 1 year later, and I can honestly say I never could have predicted this level of progress. I have zero regrets about this decision to start a GLP-1 medication. Yes, it was definitely scary at first, but not nearly as scary as the risks that I was facing: heart attack, stroke, and diabetes. If you're on Zepbound or thinking about it and it's not working the way you hoped, please do not give up. We are all different. These medications affect everyone differently. If it's not working for you, talk to your doctor, explore your options, but keep going. I'm lucky this worked for me, but I know that's not everyone's story. Thank you so much for being here and following along on this journey with me. If you're on a similar path, whether it's Zepbound or something else, just know this: progress is possible, and every step forward is worth celebrating. If you found this video to be helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And until next time, take care of yourself and keep going.